Okay, back on the boat today. We've had some high winds over the last few days and we've got some damage to our temporary cover. See, we've got a big hole down here and also the sides have lifted up on the outside a little bit as well. So Rich is just going to repair those. We've had a quote in for the glass, so we're talking to a manufacturer at the moment, but that looks quite promising at the moment. About 3 to 4 week lead time. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get all this side cleaned up and polished, ready for when that glass is going to be fitted. And also we might have some gel coat repair to do down here as well. So just want to get all that sorted before the glass goes in. A lot easier to do it now than once the glass is in. Quick update, so we've just dished out the repairs ready for gel coat. So these holes were from where the original screen was held in, and then what we'd done previously was just filled those with resin. So I've just dished those out with the drill and the little sort of ball attachment grinding stone, ground those out and then sanded it as well. So that's all keyed in now, ready for some gel coat. Okay, today we are working on the front of the cockpit area here. So we've just had an hour and a half just removing all of the sealant across the front here, and then what we need to do now is just get this film removed. So this is almost like a carbon fibre wrap that's been put on before, so we need to remove that, probably get the heat gun on it, get that all lifted. We need to get this glass out, and obviously we need to get this side up as well. So let's get straight into it. Go. quick update. So that vinyl wrap is now all gone. So this side, not too bad, took us probably just over an hour. This side, absolute nightmare. Spent all afternoon on that. It's just, I think the UV had got to it and it was just breaking off in little pieces. So it's a bit of a headache that, but it's all off now, so that is absolutely great. So we just need to clear off the adhesive and then we'll be able to perhaps just give this a quick clean and that'll be absolutely fine. So next we just need to remove this glass. So the glass is out. That actually came out very, very easily. We've just cleaned off the adhesive off the top here, and I've actually just given it a quick wipe with some acetone, and then also just sanded it just to get it as smooth as we can. We don't need a perfect finish here. This is all going to be hidden behind or beneath the glass anyway. You can see this has actually been painted black, so as well we'll need to remove this paint. I think, I don't know what sort of paint it is, it doesn't seem to be on particularly well. I think we should be able to get that off, probably sand it off, and then we can maybe polish the inside. I mean, it may be hidden anyway, we may have some sort of vinyl pads on the inside, so again we might not need to worry about that. We do need to cut that last piece out there, for some reason that's been missed. And you can also see this is the glass that was in before, so it was actually a piece of toughened glass but actually set within a metal frame. So I don't think this was how the factory would have done it. I think somebody else has done this. It's actually quite nicely fabricated this piece of metal, but yeah, it's not what we want. We're going to run glass basically from all the way at the front there, and we're going to run that glass all the way to here, and then there'll be some sort of stainless steel trim piece, polished stainless steel trim piece over the end here. So what we're going to do now is cut an MDF template. Okay, so our MDF template is now cut. So this has been cut from 6mm MDF, which will be the same thickness of the glass. I think we'll be going for 6mm glass. Next we've got this piece here. So again, this should have glass in here. At the moment it's got what we think is metal, and then it's got this sort of carbon fibre wrap on top. So what we'll do is just knife this out quickly, and then we can take some measurements for that piece of glass as well. So we have found a new water feature. So I think it's a pretty good job that we actually lifted that piece of trim up. Just goes to show you can't trust anybody else's work. I've got no idea how the water's got in there because it was sealed in pretty well, but it's obviously found a way in somehow, and then it's created this little pond. So what we'll do is just get this cleaned out quickly, get the sealant removed, and then we'll take some measurements for the glass. Okay, so we've mopped up all that water, and then we've just scraped off the adhesive or sealant around the edge here. We've also come in with some sticky stuff remover and just cleaned it as best we can. We've actually run out of sticky stuff remover now, so we've ordered some more, and we'll be able to give that a final clean. And I think what we'll probably do is just give this a light sand just to clean this edge up a little bit. There's some quite big scratches, and yeah, it just looks a little bit rough. All covered, so it doesn't matter too much, but I think we'll do that anyway. Next, what we're going to do is cut a template for this section here, which will eventually be a pleather pad, but seeing as we're mocking up the glass and we've got some MDF to hand, we're going to cut this and scribe this to shape. Alrighty guys, so we have taken the measurements from this glass. It's just a rectangle, so we don't need to template that. What we'll probably do is draw that up in CAD and send that across to Cordwell Windows, and they'll manufacture that for us. We've also cut this piece of MDF here for this side, just so we've got an idea of this contour around here. We'll flip this over and just check that it works on this side. Should do. You'd imagine that these two are just complete opposites of each other, hopefully. And then next what we're going to do is cut a piece of MDF that will go from the inside of these A-pillars across, probably, I don't know, 700 or 800 mil deep. And then what we'll be able to do is scribe the contour of the windscreen. So we've started to mock up this front, well, I guess you would call it trim, and the reason we're having to do this is because we've got this glass here and we need to work out what the ceramic band that goes around the outside here, and we don't know what that ceramic band or the thickness of that ceramic band is going to be up here, because we've got to consider ventilation. So there's some pipes that come up right at the very front underneath the screen here, and then they trickle out to the demisters. So we're just trying to work out here where to put this back piece, and then once we know where that back piece goes, we can then work out where the ceramic band goes on the glass, and then we can send that off for manufacture. So at the moment we've got this 45-degree sort of sweeps down, which was our original sort of idea. However, just talking it through with Richard, and we're thinking actually we might actually make that flat and tuck it underneath this top edge, and that way we can make that out of maybe gloss acrylic, and we could even curve it around the corner, and same on here as well. So we've just come along here and then curve underneath and then shoot back, and then we'd have acrylic gloss black at the back panel there, and this would then be a leather or leatherette trim across the top. Okay, that's going to be a wrap for today's video, guys. Hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, give us a thumbs up, and we'll see you on the next one.